The amount of municipal solid waste produced each year in Hong Kong is enormous. In 2013 alone, there are 5.2 million tons of waste generated. That means 14,000 tons of solid waste is disposed in landfills per day. Do you think the waste problem is really out of sight, out of mind? Now, we will focus on the situations of waste generation in the City University of Hong Kong. We will estimate the volume and types of waste disposed in City U and determine people's perceptions of the waste problems and solutions to deal with the problems. Firstly, we have visited the waste reception facility in the podium and recorded some data. There are a total of 14 green rubbish bins, 4 recycling bins, and 1 rechargeable battery recycling box in the podium. We have also found a paper recycling box and a shopping bag collection box outside Cut Price. As we measured, the dimensions of a normal-sized rubbish bin are 87 x 42 cm, which the estimated volume of the rubbish bin is 120,000 cm3. The disposed waste are usually food packages and papers. According to a cleaner in City U, the rubbish bins in the podium will be full in 2 hours. Normally, the quantity of waste generated is higher in school days than weekends. For ordinary school days, there are more than 30 boxes of rubbish being disposed per day. For the weekend, there are only 12 boxes of rubbish produced.
According to our result, main types of waste we found on campus are food package and waste paper. The amount of waste is smaller during weekends than school days. The rate of waste generation is larger during lunch hour. We believe that the reasons are students have taken away food during lunchtime and produced waste by disposing the food packaging. And when it is weekend, there are less people in the campus, therefore the waste generation is decreased. Rubbish generated in City U is just a tip of the iceberg. There are much more waste produced in Hong Kong every day. We have asked members of the public about how they regard waste generation in Hong Kong and how they can deal with it.
The waste problem in Hong Kong is quite serious, and I think what we can do is to imply some scheme to reduce the waste problem, especially to have some regulation on. We have implied some fee regulation on the waste problem.
I think waste problem in Hong Kong is quite serious, and I think the solution are ask people to bring your own bag or recycle at home, or if you go out with your friends, just asking to recycle is better.
People generate different kinds of waste in daily life. For example, we may have a takeaway or delivery for prepared meals. The disposable tableware provided by the restaurant is used for once only. Besides, some businessmen want to make their products more attractive to customers, so the problem of unnecessary packaging appears.
People usually deal with the waste problem in 2 ways. The first way is to dispose rubbish to landfills. The waste we throw to the rubbish bins are usually collected and transferred to 3 disposal sites located at West, Southeast, and Northeast New Territories. The second way for treating the waste is recycling. People will collect waste paper, plastic bottles, and rechargeable batteries, metals, and place them in the specific recycle bins. It is estimated that the 3 existing landfills will be full one by 2020. We are now facing a problem of having nowhere to put our waste. It is crucial to search for alternative solutions towards waste disposal as soon as possible. Government has its own responsibility in tackling the waste problem. Government should put more effort into education and promotion. arousing public's awareness on the importance of waste reduction at source. Waste legislation and regulations are also needed for charges of disposing waste, like construction and chemical waste. Government is also responsible in searching possible alternative ways for treating waste, like incineration, in order to alleviate the burdens of existing landfills. Successful waste management and treatment methods adopted by other countries like South Korea and Taiwan should be considered.
For individuals, we still can do something to help alleviate the waste problem in Hong Kong. To reduce waste, we should follow the 5R principles. Firstly, we can reuse the items rather than throwing them away, using reusable bags for shopping and using both sides of the paper. Secondly, we can replace disposable goods with other environmentally friendly products, such as using rechargeable batteries instead of disposable batteries. Thirdly, we can recycle resources like waste papers, electronic equipment, and plastics to save capacities in the landfills. Besides, we can reduce waste by only buying things that we really need, bringing our own reusable bags when shopping, and use less disposable tablewares. Last but not least, there is the 5R principle we can follow, that is refuse. Refuse to buy unnecessary things or products with too much packaging. Refuse to buy a new smartphone if the current one is still working well and fine. This problem in Hong Kong is getting more and more serious. The 3 existing landfills will soon be full in the upcoming years. The problem cannot be ignored. We have to take action to tackle the problem.